this roundtable discussion. We're talking with four of the leading wide receivers on the University of North Alabama football team the last 2 seasons. We've got Andre Little, Cortez Hall, Dexter Boykin, and Jacoby Bird. Thank all 4 of you for joining us. The last 2 years, they finished as the top 4 wide receivers on UNA's football team as redshirt freshmen and redshirt sophomores getting set for the redshirt junior years. So far, through 2 seasons, they've combined for 298 receptions, 4,336 combined receiving yards, 29 total touchdowns. Dexter, we'll open up with you. Just how much fun do you guys have playing together?
We complement each other very well, so it's very fun out there for us together. You know, we have Andre who's fast, Cortez who can run any route you want, Bird who's so good in the slot. So it's very fun playing with each other.
Jacoby, we'll go down to you, the local product from Florence High School. You guys were all a part of the same recruiting class. You guys redshirted in 2017. You know, what were those early days like with you guys bonding and getting to know each other?
Well, the first day we came in, we didn't speak to each other. We were all kind of nervous or shy, I would say. We was really just trying to feel each other out and see what kind of competition we had in the room. But it took some time. But once we really got to know each other, we started being around each other more. We started to notice like we're around a group of guys that all have the same mindset. So we got along pretty good.
Andre Little, up top, over to you. I mean, just what's the relationship like amongst you guys off the field as y'all have grown closer over the years?
I mean, we all got a close-knit bond. You know, we do everything together for the most part. Me and Cortez roommates, so, you know, we're always together when we're at UNA. And Dex and Bird stay together, so they're always together. We live right on the corner, so, like, we're always at each other's house. So, I mean, it's pretty close.
Cortez, for you guys in practice, the weight room games, I mean, what's the friendly competition like amongst you guys?
Oh, well, we always want to push each other. You know, we always want to make the big play. But we all also want to be there for each other when the other person makes a big play. So
that's a perfect segue.
Like I work out with Andre, and Andre is extremely hard worker. So like he pushes me to want to work just as hard as him.
That's a great segue right there. Next thing I want to do is talk about some of the big plays that you guys have had throughout your careers. I mean, 2 years, some unbelievable moments so far. And Cortez, we'll stay right here with you. You wear jersey number 8, 65 catches, 1,140 yards, 7 touchdowns in your career. I got a couple plays I want to ask you about, but for you, you know, what's your most memorable moment so far?
I would have to say the touchdown against Jackson State, just because everybody had a part of it. Going down the field, all the receivers blocking, I wouldn't have got in if it wasn't for him.
And take us through that. That was on a screen pass, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no, that one was a speed dig route, and I caught it. I forgot who had the block. No, it was Bird, I believe, that had the block first, and then Dex was blocking his cornerback. Then Dre came in for like the final block that sealed me getting into the end zone. So that was my favorite play so far.
All right, a couple I want to ask you about. I think this is your background photo behind you celebrating with some teammates, but Western Illinois, the first home Division I game, you took one 75 yards to the house. What was that moment like for you?
It felt real good. Felt good to be my first catch of the season. It was my longest touchdown I've ever had, so that really felt good. And my boys being there, celebrate with me, felt even better.
When you guys score and you have a big play, I mean, what's it like getting together for the celebration afterwards?
Honestly, I remember last season we used to do a few celebrations, but we got in trouble for those. So now we just jump up and, you know, then we celebrate when we get to the sideline.
For any of you guys, what's your favorite celebration that you guys have ever had collectively?
Jackson State, when Ted scored that touchdown.
Yeah.
He acted like he was cooking, and we put our hands out, and he gave us some food.
Yeah, that was the best one.
All right, let's stay down there with Jacoby Bird, the local product from Florence High School. You wear jersey number 9, 94 catches in your career, 1,089 yards, also 7 touchdowns. For you, what's a catch that jumps out at you as a great memory?
Probably the Alabama A&M catch, just because it was pretty clutch, and it was just on a. I got like family and stuff from up there who are big Alabama A&M fans, and it was good to just make some plays out there.
And of course, that was a game-winning touchdown reception, I believe, 30 yards out. When you called it and scored, just what was the excitement level like for you?
Honestly, I was so hyped. It was just surreal. It was like, I don't know, can't really explain. It was just a good feeling.
Another catch I want to ask you about, going back to the Southern Utah game, which was really a coming out party for all 4 of you guys. You all 4 had big plays in that ball game, but you opened up the second half, the first drive of the third quarter, with a 39-yard touchdown reception. And what stood out to me was you called it, and a couple of guys hit you. You bounced off of them and then raced into the end zone. But what do you remember from that play? Can you take us back to it?
Okay, before that play, I was on the sideline with Blake Hawkins, and he told me, he was like, if they throw you the bubble, he was like, I want you to do your little spin move. He was like, get in the end zone. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And that's all I could think about when I caught the ball. I was like, I'm going to spin off somebody. I don't know who I'm going to spin off of. I'm going to spin off somebody. And so it worked.
Of course, Blake Hawkins, your former high school quarterback as well as a UNA teammate. That's good stuff. Andre Little, where's jersey number 11? Your 2 years so far. What's a big play, big moment that jumps out at you?
Probably my first touchdown against JSU. It was a big atmosphere, and I was close back to home, probably 30 minutes from home. And, and I scored in the student section. It was just everything I asked for.
In addition to being one of the leading receivers every year, you were also a second-team All-Big South Conference selection last year as a kick returner. You had a 94-yard kickoff return for touchdown against Campbell. So flipping it from receiver to specialist as well, take us back to that moment.
That was a great moment. Not just because we had to score. It was a big moment. We needed a touchdown. We just gave up a touchdown really quick. And so we needed something because we had nothing going on offense. So it was great. And my return team, I said just leave one for me, and that's what they always do. They left one for me, and I made them miss. So,
which is a greater feeling, a touchdown catch or the kickoff return for touchdown?
Touchdown. I return touchdown. You don't get me those.
That's good. That's good. We'll move down to Dexter Boykin. He wears jersey number 15, 73 catches in 2 seasons for 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns as well. And Dexter, you've had a lot of big plays. What's one that jumps out to you?
I think it's Southern Utah because that was such a big game for UNA. And it was just a big moment to catch the ball to win the game. So I think it's Southern Utah.
All right, let's talk about that play because it's up there for me as one of my favorite plays in UNA football history. 1 yard out, you jump up, you make the catch. You're going up against a guy who was a freshman All-American the year before for Southern Utah. So, when the ball was in the air, what's going through your mind as you're going up and trying to make a play on it?
Just make the play. The ball in the air, you have to go get it. So that's all that was on my mind.
You had another big touchdown catch in that ball game as well. Your first touchdown catch of the game was a deep pass in the left corner. What do you remember about that play in the fourth quarter?
I just remember the ball in the air and having to kind of turn my body to make the catch. It was definitely a good throw by Punchy. I just had made the play. I wanted to make the play for him.
All right, you guys are wide receivers. I know you guys like friendly competition. You've all talked about that. So we're all separate right now. We're all in our homes, but that doesn't mean we can't have a little bit of fun for a moment. So amongst the 4 of you, who do you guys think has the best hands?
Bird. Yeah, Bird. I think Bird has some stickies.
Can you guys think of a good play where Bird got to show off the good stickies, if you will?
I would say that Montana game when he had that long touchdown.
Oh yeah,
It was like 6 or 7.
He makes plays like that all the time in practice, just tracking the ball.
Yeah.
Late.
So Bird's got the best hands. Who amongst you four, if we line you guys up on the end zone, who's going to run the fastest 40?
Andre.
Probably me.
Andre.
So we got one
Andre.
for Andre. Somebody said me.
That's I was just playing.
All right, so vertical, who's the most likely to win the jump ball?
Dex.
Yeah, Dexter, Andre, it's one of them.
Yeah.
They the fade ball specialists.
Who's the most likely to break out of a jam at the line of scrimmage against a defensive back? Who's the less likely to get jammed?
Tiz.
Yeah,
Definitely Tiz.
rough lines. That's Tiz.
That's good stuff, guys. And we'll just wrap this up. A couple more things for you guys. Is there an NFL receiver or just any receiver all time that you guys kind of mold your game off of? Any of you guys can go first.
For me, it would be Larry Fitzgerald because, he doesn't rely on speed because he don't got that much of it. But he has good hands, good routes, and he's a playmaker. So that's why I try to mold my game after.
That's good. I can see a lot of Larry Fitzgerald in you. Anybody else?
For me, I would kind of think to Mike Evans. He was a bigger guy, not that fast, kind of physical. He just always finds a way to win the ball, win the catch, make contested catches. So I kind of try to mold my game off of him.
That fits in with some of what you do. Andre, Jacoby, what about you guys?
I'm going to go with probably Dante Hall or like Devin Hester, a return man that can also line up and go receive the ball.
That fits in with you in that kickoff return for touchdown. Jacoby, lastly?
I like to watch Julian Edelman just because he's a little guy, and I'm pretty little, and he's just scrappy. He's real scrappy, and I like to play like that.
All four of you guys pick great examples. I can see all four of you fitting the molds of those guys. Last thing, just for each of you, playing football at the University of North Alabama, 2 years so far, just what has this experience meant to you so far? Andre, you want to go first?
It's meant the world, They're giving us an opportunity from some people that were just left on in high school, and, we're just returning the favor. It means a lot.
Cortez?
All right, for me, it means the world because we got a fan base that loves UNA, loves football. They show up every home game and show out and love making plays for people who are loyal to the team and whatnot.
Cortez? I'm sorry, Dexter.
It means so much to me because UNA was like one of the only schools that took a chance on me coming out of high school, and they stuck with me in the beginning. So going out there to play for them on Saturdays, it means so much to me.
And Jacoby?
Like Dex said, UNA was the only school that took a chance on me, so I find that very important. And then just the relationships and the bonds that I've built with so many people at this school, especially like these three boys we're on the phone with right now, man, and my brothers, and it's just I came into contact with so many people here, like so many great people, so that's why.
Guys, this has all been great stuff. I really appreciate the time. And 2 years, it's been so many great big plays from you guys. I can't wait for the next 2 years. So thank you guys very much.
Thank you.